Hey fam. Oh my god, y'all. I had I had it to come up on here. So, the pediatrician that my kids were seeing initially, he decided to be a prick and run us out of his practice. I believe that it was a personal thing done out of spite because my children are not vaccinated. I intend not to have them vaccinated because I'm not stupid and dumbed down. And I think that is very empowering as a Latina woman to possess such medical knowledge to the point that these people cannot throw you off. Anyways, so basically, I went today to take my youngest baby and my second youngest daughter to the pediatricians today. And it was really hard to do. I still want to cry. Like normally I don't be crying on camera, but this shit is fucked up. Y'all, I had to change my kid's pediatrician, and because my kids are not vaccinated, you know, it puts you at this place of having to go to other physicians who basically, will accept your child as they are without judgment, without criticism, and things like that. And it's immensely frustrating, as a oh my god, I can't even speak. Holy shit. It is immensely frustrating because my kids literally, they're really well behaved kids. And they seldomly have behaviors and things like that. And so I had to make that change because the Nevada state insurances of Medicaid, they changed and all this. And then before I knew it, I was like desperate for just a solution. I didn't want to stress about finding a new doctor. I didn't want to stress out about having to form that relationship with that doctor. And so, excuse me. And so, I asked my neighbor because I know that she had told me that she had brought her son to this specific clinic and that they were not judgmental, they were not rude, they were just absolutely professional. But one of the hardest, and I don't think anything could have prepared me for what I witnessed. Nothing could have prepared me for what I was to witness. I never cry on camera, like, unless something has absolutely got the best of me and I just feel like there's just no other way. But I'm beside words here. So, the clinic where my kids go to the doctor now, it's behind the court and CPS. I had so much stress and so much anxiety in days prior leading up to the appointment because I'm like, oh my god, it's behind the court, CPS and Safe Haven rather, is off to the side of it, and holy shit, it's like a holy crap moment. And but I said, hey, if they don't judge children, if they are professional, and they just come and do the things that they need to do, why not? Like, y'all, I think and I really do believe that these nurses that work there and the doctors that work there, they know good, well, and straight. the stuff that's going on behind closed doors, the stuff that's going on behind the table, the dark deals that these people are doing. But to see, hold on, to see the manner that they treat these kids is horrendous. And, and I just walked over there. I'm like, okay, so I drove my car over there. I parked in the parking lot in the closest possible, parking spot because I wasn't trying to walk with all my kids and be in 50 million different places. Y'all feel me? And so I parked right in front of that shop where they had told me initially. And as I'm walking, I knew that that area was gated because of CPS, because the court is there, family court is there, safe haven is there. So there is, that necessity to protect the vehicles that they use, right? And as I'm entering the clinic, I abruptly, and I don't know why, I just somehow got lost, even though I had a sign right in front of me. And pretty much, I just saw these gates everywhere. Like, I mean, everywhere. God, it makes me want to vomit. Um, so the only way I can describe to you is it right where Child Protective Services is in Clark County, Nevada, behind the court where this clinic is. They have gates that are about the same height as the ones that they have at the detention center, the prisons. And then on the top part of that gate, they had barbed wire. And I was just so, like, the energy, I don't know how to explain this. Some kids, that's the last place they go before they end up going home. And by home, I mean heaven. Y'all don't, y'all don't know the half of the shit that these poor children face. Because I'm a civil rights activist, because I fight the system for and behalf of these families and for these children so that they can have their freedom, so their parents can have their freedom. I walked up in there and the energy that I got out of that place was like as if there were countless children who had been murdered there. But people don't want to talk about it. People just want to suppress it. There was literally a tiny little playground, a facility that looked like a school. And off to the side of that, there was like some dormitory. And obviously, in that dormitory, there has to be those beds next to each other, shower. But the energy I got out of that place, y'all, was like as if there were countless children who had been killed there. But it's not an immediate thing. See, they medicate them to the point that they can't even think for themselves. That's what they do. I have interviewed several victims who fell into the dwelling of these people's custody and told me horror stories. Horror stories. Not shit you see in fake news. Not shit you find in fucking Hollywood. Real life horror stories. Now, I can disclose two of the major ones out of my own safety. But if you ever want to make an interview with me, sit down and talk with me. Sorry, I'm playing my eye because I got that glitter on my eyes. We can talk down for quite some time. But the energy, y'all, was just like you drive up in there, right? Just like anybody else. But the energy was so disturbed, so negative, like as if countless children had literally lost their lives. And then on top of that, when you see how many gates there are, the barbed wire on top of them, exactly the same as the freaking people in prison, it makes you angry, disgusted. And then you're like, how dare these judges, how dare these workers? And to them, it's nothing but a dollar bill. It's really just a dollar bill. I couldn't believe the shit that I was seeing. They treat these children that they kidnap like criminals and then ship them into the foster system, which is where their lives are ultimately ended. It is disgusting. It is horrific. And that energy I felt, I can't unfeel it. I can't undescribe it. Except I mourn. I mourn the kids' lives who have been lost. I mourn for those parents, the caregivers, everybody. Because sometimes CPS likes to mess with good, healthy families and abuse their power. And that is not okay. But thankfully now they're being investigated themselves, so they're under the eye.